for this House, probably working with the Senate, to come up with a clear strategy on how to engage the federal government to live up to its own agreements.
We must rise to it. They are killing people in the east, in the west, in the south, in the north. We should shut down the National Assembly if we cannot save this country.
Welcome to our program Political Arena. It's Friday's edition, and with me in the studio we have some party bigwigs. But before I introduce them, I'll first of all introduce the topic. Our topic is the road to 2023 general elections. I am John Glover, I'll be your anchor, and together we'll move to the next level. We hope that Nigerians will come out to exercise their franchise and vote leaders that will give the quality representation this time around. So let me just quickly introduce our guest in the studio. With us we have Alex Eyengo. Alex Eyengo is the Deputy Director, APC Media and Publicity Direct, APC Media and Publicity, Delta State APC Gubernatorial Campaign Council. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
All right, thank you very much. Also, we have in the studio Comrade Christopher Akirija. Comrade Christopher Akirija is a member of the People's Democratic Party, PDP. You're welcome to our show.
Thank you for having me today.
All right, very quickly, today is the deadline for the usage or the ban of the 500 naira, 1000 naira, 200 naira notes, and we see that most Nigerians are still queuing up in the bank trying to get the new notes. But just we just want to kickstart with on that note, because the APC presidential candidate Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu and some members of the Presidential Campaign Council have accused some elements in the presidential villa, of trying to frustrate the system so as to give the party a bad name before the electorate. Mr. Alex Eyengo, what's your take on this?
Well, the APC presidential candidate and by special grace of God, the incoming president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, only made the statement he made in Abeokuta, I think, when he said what he said. And the governor of Kaduna State, Nasiru El-Rufai, espoused it the more and was a bit more specific that there are some elements around Mr. President in the villa that want the party to fail. At any time you have in political space, you have enemies within and enemies outside. So we recognize the fact that of these dynamics within the political space, and Governor El-Rufai is the Chief Executive Officer of Kaduna State. He's privy to information. He's not someone in the backyard of the political space within APC. So for him to talk means that he has this information because he knows the implication, and he said what he said, and I align with him too. And he said he was not going to mention name yet, but he alluded to a whole lot of things, and so that's where we are today. And I believe since that statement, the one made by Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the one made by El-Rufai, and some other party faithful, former governor of Edo State, Comrade Oshimole, spoke in the same line, and several others. And I think the fifth columnist, if you will, within the APC are beginning to have a rethink, and are beginning to, so it's a pushback, and we believe that they will sit up and know that there's no hiding place for them.
All right, the opposition party, the People's Democratic Party, said the complaint is just a sign of jittery, that people are afraid of losing. How true is that, Sasha?
No, that's just like in WARRI. We are all worried, but that's carry talk. You know, they just say, they just have to talk. How can Asiwaju Bola Ahmed be jittery when he knows he will win this election? He has worked more than any presidential candidate in terms of even campaign, in terms of going to where the electorate are. At times in a day he covers 7 states, 6 states, 5 states. So he has moved around and he prepared for this, not today, like 20 years ago. He's been working underground across the 6 geopolitical zone, and you cannot now say that kind of a character, that kind of a person, a political heavyweight, is jittery. Jittery of who? Jittery of Atiku, or jittery of Kwakwanso, or jittery of Peter Obi? Jittery of who? I mean, this is the man to beat. He's the front line presidential candidate in this area. Among all, there are 18 presidential candidates. Of course, most of them are already falling out, and they will still fall out very soon, and the race will be clear, and we will know that for us in APC, it's a 2-horse race. We are not seeing 3-horse race or 4-horse race that some people are imagining. But it may be 4-horse race on social media and stuff like that. But in the real sense of it, politically speaking, it's a 2-horse race, and Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu will come a distant first. A distant first. All
right. Now let's hear from the PDP member that is here with us, Comrade Christopher Kirija. First of all, let's start with the ban on the usage of the design of the Naira. Let's start with that. Your presidential candidate, first of all, he started by sympathizing with Nigerians, and later on he went ahead to say that there should be no extension, that the ban should just remain, that I seem to be benefiting from what Nigerians are suffering in terms of popularity. What's your take on this?
Yes, you see, like when you have a wrong timing, in the side of the federal government, it was a wrong timing, the ruling party. Naira redesign has been done so many times without noise, without these problems, because the PDP has the ways of doing their things. Then, coming to the incoming president, by the grace of God, because I believe Nigerians believe in him a lot, you have to sympathize with Nigerians.
Okay, who is that person?
I mean, the person of the Waziri of Adamawa.
Okay.
Atiku Abubakar. First of all, he sympathizes with Nigerians because he's feeling what Nigerians are feeling. The pains goes round. It is not for only one man. Yes, he said that the rich also cry. Everybody is feeling this pain because it was the wrong timing. And to crown it all, it has helped us, it has boosted our morale. To let you know that the APC has nothing to offer Nigerians. You don't do things wrongly. You don't do things on your own. Where are the cabinet, the fake members? Without consultation, they do their things. And at the end of the day, it bounces back on them.
All right, now I will allow him to respond, but before then, let me just quickly say this, because some members of the APC ruling party has also pointed accusing fingers at your party or your presidential candidate for working with those elements in the presidency to frustrate the system. True, because you said your party has benefited from this, so I want to ask, is it true?
You see what they are thinking when you are generally accepted by the people. It goes across party lines. Every party members, not only the PDP members.
So that means your party is already working with some persons in the APC.
They love him more than what they brought. Who they brought is more or less somebody who has come to, like the Englishman says, those in the picture do not go hungry. So what are we saying? Our presidential candidate is so loved by the people across board. Even members of the APC, they are coming to him, working with him. They know. That is why they are jittering. That's why they are afraid.
Let me allow you respond to what you just said concerning their party and their candidates.
Well, like I said, talk is cheap. You know, people can talk, but it's to walk the talk that really matters. But let me wave that aside and go to the currency redesign, which if you watch, and Nigerians know, it was after Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu and other party faithful, APC party faithful, spoke out that in fact we walk the talk by 3 APC governors going to court to challenge, you know, what Governor of Central Bank Emefiele did. We went to court, and that was formed the basis of the respite we got now through the Supreme Court, the highest court of the land. And that is leadership. That is proactive leadership that APC has provided. And when people talk that it shows that APC, you know, is maybe flip-flopping in policy, it only shows one thing, that APC and President Muhammad Buhari allows various agencies to work autonomously and very independently. The CBN is independent. Are you now saying, are you alluding to the fact that President Muhammad Buhari should interfere with the daily operations of Emefiele and the CBN? The answer is no. By the act that created CBN, it is autonomous. It is when it is going wrong, other elements in the political space can now take necessary steps to challenge him. And that's what the governors, 3 governors of APC in the north did. They cannot take laws into their hands. They challenge him. And the matter is in court. And the highest court of our land has put whatever Emefiele is doing on hold until on the 15th of this February 2023, when both parties will be heard. But the deadline, like you said in your intro, of today, 10th February, is dead on arrival as we speak. The current temporary deadline is 15th of February, when the Supreme Court will hear parties involved. So as of today, that deadline is the wishful thinking of Emefiele. I don't want to, you know, Emefiele, I talked the other time about enemies inside and enemies outside. Emefiele, as far as I'm concerned, he attempted, even as CBN governor, he attempted to contest the presidential primary.
And you are saying that man is working independently?
No, excuse me.
Just let him finish. Don't worry, just let him finish, please.
I said by the act that created CBN, you can check it out. CBN is independent. It's independent. It's a statement of fact. And Buhari doesn't want to interfere. But when you now tie yourself, the law will take its course. And that's why they went to court and challenged him. And we are where we are today. You know, so it shows that APC follows law and order, due process and due diligence. Allow agencies to operate. But when you mess up, we'll meet you at the court.
All right, now let's look at the chances of the 2 political parties now in the presidential election. So let's start with you. What are the chances of your party?
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
February 25.
Like I said, it's just another 15 days less than you know, away from today. We are just waiting, you understand, for the electorate to cast their vote. We have done the needful. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has crisscrossed the states and the regions more than any presidential candidate. More than any presidential
Can you please just tell me some of the places
he has gone
that you hope to win,
foremost,
so that let's do the permutation now. See,
well, in the southwest, of course, it's a given.
Okay.
It's a given. It's going to be a landslide.
Okay.
You know, other candidates may pick 2%, 3% here, 5% here. But in the southwest, it's a landslide. Okay. In the north entirely, northwest, north central, northeast, is going to take nothing less than 60% of the entire vote from the north. Okay. In the east, mind you, APC is in control of Imo State. APC is in control of Ebonyi State. We have 5 states in the east. APGA is in control of Anambra, and they have their own presidential candidate who is also from Anambra, like the presidential candidate of the Labour Party. You understand? So then you have Abia and the other state. So it's clear for us we will get Imo and Ebonyi, and we believe we will get nothing less than 30-35% in other states.
What about the south?
South, of course, you can see the sign, because the PDP themselves, the key south state, the leading south state before now is Rivers State. Where is the governor of Rivers State today? Where are the Rivers people today? They are not with PDP. They are only, and Wike does not pretend about it. He says, look, as far as it's concerned, PDP ends with the state. Governorship, State House of Assembly, you understand, and maybe House of Rep and Senate. But for presidential, till as we speak, he has not campaigned for his presidential candidate, and he's not pretending about it. PDP will lose Rivers State. APC is going to win it overwhelmingly. Overwhelmingly. We are going to run neck to neck, if not win outrightly in Delta State. Edo State, we are going to win. In Edo State, we are going to win very clearly. Cross River, so it's not business as usual. Mind you, this is not the age and time where writing of results, sit in hotel room and write result. This is Beaver's time. One man, one vote, one woman, one vote, one person, one vote. Yes. And we are going to win clear, free and fair across the 6 geopolitical zone. I mean, and that's why we are so relaxed. We are just waiting for 25th to come and go, and then wait for the swearing in of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu on May 29, 2023.
All right, thank you very much. Let's hear from the Comrade Christopher.
Thank you very much, Glover. You see, like
the chances of your party now.
I am going to tell you. You see, my father told me something. He said when he was asked, how many states did you travel to? Have you traveled to in your life? He said he was able to measure about countries, about 15, 17 countries within 2 or 5 minutes. But the body cannot go around those countries even within 3 months. Now, when he was talking, the APC...
You don't need to talk about, just tell us your
No, I'm going to tell you something. Buhari was forced to go to campaign with Asiwaju.
No, that's their own strategy. No, don't worry. No, tell us your chances.
Market.
You see, like, as I'm talking to
Okay.
Marketing. There is no bad publicity.
PDP, Atiku Abubakar, Okowa, they are very good sellable candidates. There are products you take to the market, after about 3-4 days you bring them back because people refuse to buy.
Okay.
But on our own presidential candidate and his running mate, they are sellable candidates. You see, if you go the northeast, where he is saying they are going to win, we are picking everything there. The north central belongs to PDP. PDP, Atiku Abubakar knows more about governance. People look at them, and you see, when you invite them to any interview, they come out to speak. You will see Atiku telling you what he can do.
Okay, let's get it.
Message to Gbadiyamila.
Don't worry, let's get the permutation. Let's get the permutation now. Let's get the permutation. Where do you hope to win?
In the north as a whole.
Okay.
We are going to pick 75%.
75%.
Total the north as a whole.
Okay.
Then,
southwest.
In the southwest, we are going to share the votes there.
So you get like, is it 50 or 25? 45?
No. We are going to share it. I mean, when I mean
so
share
50%.
we are even going to, in fact, we will edge them out.
All right. So
60-40.
Okay, southeast.
Yes.
Southeast. What about the
Southeast.
southeast?
It's our place already now. The place that we own that place.
But don't forget that in Abia State, the governor there is also not in support of your. Is a member of your. Is a member of your party, but
let me tell you something.
Member of the G5.
The governor. Let me tell you something. Like he was
and then
saying,
Imo State is also.
He was saying something. He said, "One man, one vote."
Okay.
You see, this is not the era. As they will bring bullion vans, take INEC officials. No, that's not the era.
Okay, so
it's the era of beavers.
So your southeast is.
We are beating them.
Okay.
Hands down.
Okay, so south.
You see, when somebody is home, Atiku Abubakar, I told you, is generally accepted by the people. You remember in 2019, I want to bring you back that memory. Atiku did not even campaign much, and people said he's the next president. But you know, because of the way they usually do it, bullion van and press, now is one man, one beavers. You will see the beavers result.
All right.
They'll be shocked.
All right, now let's look at some of the odds against your party candidates. Like for the APC, a lot of people, especially Christians from the north, they have repeatedly criticized the choice, the Muslim ticket of your party. I don't know. No, you don't need to. I don't know how far you have gone with that issue with the Muslim ticket of your party.
Well,
or do you think it's an issue in the general election?
Well, straight away, the same faith ticket is not an issue and can never be an issue. Perhaps during the inglorious days, 16 years of PDP, maybe it used to be an issue. I mean, we have new kids in the block and people are doing things differently, where religion, ethnicity, sex, race and all of that should mean nothing. It is high time we broke completely, we shatter completely the imaginary glass ceilings of limitation via religion, race, sex, ethnicity, and that is what APC is going to prove. Look, let me tell you, most people talking, they are hypocrites, religious hypocrites. Go to the north, go to even south here, where you have other religion, you understand? You have Christian governor, Christian deputy. In the north you have Muslim governor, Muslim deputy, where you have Christians. In the south where you have Muslims. That's highest level of hypocrisy. So when people talk, what about local government level? Same faith, chairman, his deputy, same faith. Where you have other faiths, I mean, people should stop to spare some of us this hypocrisy.
So if it's not going to affect your party,
to the high level, you in politics, you want to win election. You want to win election, and why are people crying more than the bereaved? Why do they want to be more Roman Catholic than the Pope? We have chosen our vice presidential candidate. If you like, if you don't, you are not satisfied with it, go and vote your conscience. But we believe that is the best strategy that will give us the desired victory. We are going to reenact 1993, where Abiola and Babagana Kingibe, they were both Muslims. They defeated Tofa in his own unit. The results are there. So same faith for me is not an issue, politically speaking, and that is why we are going to demystify. Sorry,
no, don't worry. Just
that is why we are.
I will allow you respond.
We are going to demystify and shatter all that imaginary glass ceiling that once you have a Muslim ticket or Christian ticket, you are doomed to fail. That is pure lie. It is the Muslim ticket. It is the same faith ticket that will guarantee APC its victory, because both persons they are rising above the religious limitation that PDP is still embedded in. They are still being shackled by religious mentality, because those are the things they use to divide our people: religion, ethnicity. These are the two things politicians of old that have not moved on The world is digital. You are talking of religion. Excuse me.
All right, thank you very much. Let's hear from him very quickly. Just respect. He wanted to respond.
I want to respond to him. You see, I strongly believe Nigeria is our country. No man has the monopoly of all, and no man can instabilize Nigeria. Yes, when you go to the north, they had a crucial meeting, the Christian Muslim scholars, and totally they disagree with it. And today you are telling me it does not matter until 25th of this month. You will know it matters.
All right, thank you very much. Now, we coming. Now, let's look at all the guests your party, because you talked about a meeting. There was a time that the southern governors came together to hold a meeting that the presidency should come down to the south, and it was agreed at Asaba here, and it was agreed, but the APC stuck to that agreement. But your party is fielding a Muslim, a Fulani man, and consider the fact that our president, the incumbent president, is also a Fulani man, and some persons are saying that it is not a Fulani to a Fulani. Nigeria is not a Fulani country, so it's also I will allow you to respond to this.
Let me tell you, when it was agreed that it should come to the south, and they basically said let it go to the southeast, and some few persons said no, they have the monopoly of all. If so, if you don't agree that this thing should go to the southeast, then we throw it open.
No, we're not talking about your party's own.
You said my party.
No, I said some governors.
Yes.
South governors came together.
Yes.
It goes across political parties.
That's what I'm saying. And we agree that it should go to southeast.
It was just
because
south.
they've not tested power before.
Okay.
And majority wants it to go to southeast.
Okay.
And others refuse. So our party now make a decision right there that if it is not going to the southeast, then they will throw it open, and it was thrown open. The best candidate emerges. So
you feel this will not affect the chance of your party?
No, never.
Okay, I will allow him to respond.
Thank you.
To this.
I think two things here. Two things. They are the illegality of PDP by breaking its own constitution, which is clearly stated in its own constitution, that is PDP constitution, that power must rotate to south and north. It is there. I mean, this your constitution is just like APC constitution is in the public domain. No, I didn't interfere when you were talking.
Just allow him finish.
It's there in their constitution, written in black and white. Power must rotate from south to north, for balancing and all of that. So they violated their own constitution. And that was what led to the revolt today of the G5 PDP governors. And they have said, okay, if you have done this, if it's not so in the constitution, why are Wike and the other four governors saying, look, let the national chairman give space and all of that. So it threw up two things. One, it shows that PDP is not a party to be trusted, because if it cannot respect its own constitution, it cannot respect the constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And that is already the perception of well-meaning Nigerians. Secondly, it threw up another thing. Like you said, the meeting was meeting of South governors, not meeting of PDP governors from the South. APC governors were there across party lines, across geopolitical zone. His Excellency Governor Okowa hosted the meeting where critical decisions were taken. That look, power should go to the south, and no south. Please,
no, just leave it. Let him finish, please. Comrade Chris, let's allow him canvass this one.
Power must rotate to the south. That they are not microzone. They didn't even microzone it. This thing, Google is your friend. They did not microzone it. They say power must go to the south. And this meeting, with a sequel meeting, was hosted by Governor Ifeanyi Okowa, where the agreement was reached. But behold, and they also said there, nobody from South should take a vice presidential position to a northerner. They said it there. But behold, before the cock crows twice, Governor Ifeanyi Okowa like biblical Peter.
No, it's okay.
You know,
you don't need to.
Then secondly, also he disappointed his colleagues, governor colleagues, and so as of today, they are not happy with him for that particular reason. They are not happy.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's allow him a response because he was trying to say something while you were speaking. So just quickly in the next 1 minute,
you see,
so we can move on.
When a particular position is zoned, at least which will indicate where it is zoned to. I told you the PDP said it should be zoned to the southeast.
East. Okay, that's your party now.
Listen,
at your party level.
No. When they went,
okay, for the meeting,
the PDP governors, majority of them wanted southeast.
Okay.
Because that is the only place that have not tested power. Now, coming to him, the last president that came in through PDP, where is he from? Is he not from the south?
Yes.
So, are you telling me my party does not know what we are doing?
You are contradicting.
So, no, it's okay. So it's okay. It's okay. Let's leave it now. No, don't worry.
Why did you send it to the Igbos, to the southeast? Why did you, if you majority of you, why you now PDP? Why didn't you zone it? No, we have left now. Your party. Why didn't you zone it to southeast?
All right, now let's leave it. Let's leave it at that. Let's continue with our conversation because of time. Let's quickly look at another another issue that's also considered as an odd against your party, the APC. A lot of Nigerians are complaining about the state of the economy and the way things are in the country, and so that's the performance of President Muhammadu Buhari. And do you feel that his performance will affect the chances of your party? Because even your presidential candidate has alluded to the fact that this cash redesign money, naira redesign policy is affecting your campaigns negatively. Do you feel that the performance of President Muhammadu Buhari will affect the chance of your party at the national level?
Absolutely not. I mean, you see, people can twerk stories, they can spin. We have a lot of political spin doctors. You understand? They spin things around. I can tell you, the emergence of His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari saved Nigeria from total collapse. Saved Nigeria from the level we were at a precipice. The level PDP brought Nigeria to for 16 years. The massive corruption that was endemic in Nigeria. We all saw it. We saw how they were sharing, Dasuki Sambo, how they were sharing money, looted money like momo, assorted meat. You take this, you take that. We all saw it, and they were all captured. Some of them went to jail. We saw the level of decadence. Let me tell you something. It is very easy to destroy. They use 16 years to destroy. We're not going to, and we are building. Nigeria is good. There is global economic meltdown. UK, US, anywhere, even South Africa, any other country. There is global, and the pandemic. You are not the moderator.
Don't worry.
You are not the moderator.
Don't worry. We have time. Don't worry.
The timekeeper.
Don't worry. We have time. Don't worry.
You know. Then the COVID-19 pandemic affected, even the blind saw that it affected, the deaf could hear that it affected globally. So when you are talking, what about the infrastructural development? Never witnessed in this country. What about the rail, the train? They're talking of WARRI. So, there are visible infrastructural development.
So you feel this will
economy is stabilized.
Okay.
It's stabilized. So, health sector, other sectors, but people, because Buhari is the quiet type, he does not believe in publicity, believes in what I do, let it speak for itself. Therefore, I tell you, the position, the value President Muhammadu Buhari has added to the Nigerian space is a plus for the campaign of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and that is why Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has said it very consistently that it's going to take off from where President Muhammadu Buhari has stopped, to help to deepen all the good things he has done within these 8 years of the era.
Oh, thank you very much. Now you'll be itching to respond.
Yes, so I want to respond. Today Nigeria is at the worst position in the whole world today. Today, as I speak to you, even the child in the house, the crying child, does not have enough to eat. A baby in the street, when they went to Kanu, you saw what happened to them? They were stoned. How? Why? Because they've left Nigeria to nothing. APC, to me and to Nigerians, the way I am saying Nigerians, on the 25th, they will know Nigeria totally dislike them. I don't want to say much. I'm waiting for the 25th, and he will see it with his clear eyes.
All right, let me just give you 1 minute to respond to the stoning at as you allege now.
Well, that is only a figment of his own imagination and other PDP online, or what we call social media rats. You understand? That's their imagination. You know, they are very good at propaganda, carry old picture, video, and then matchmake it, do voiceover and all of that. For us, we don't respond to such trivialities. You understand? It's because even the blind know that it was fake. The deaf know that it was fake. So why should we respond to that?
All right, thank you very much. Now we're rounding off now. Yeah. Let's look at the another odd against the PDP. Presidential campaign. That's the area of the G5 governors, 5 states governors, where you wish to win those states, but right now they have not openly supported your presidential candidate. We say they said they are the G5 governors, the members of Integrity Group, and Wike has said that he's going to unveil his presidential candidate, and they, again a lot of there were also rumors that he has thrown his weight behind Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu and all that, and we saw him going to court to stop your party from expelling him because your party and all that. So don't you think that these 5 governors staying out of your presidential campaign and all that will affect your chances?
Thank you very much. You see, like I told you, PDP will know how to fix it.
But you've not been able to fix it for how many months?
Listen, let me tell you. When you Wike or the G5 governors, are they working for the PDP members in their state?
Of course,
right? Then, what do you think? How do you know that they are not still working on the ground floor?
But they have said it openly.
When they said it, have they ever come out to say, we are not supporting Atiku Abubakar?
Of course, severally.
Nobody has pronounced.
No, Wike has severally said
only Wike said he is going to unveil who is going to.
No. Let's get it clear. Yeah. Several occasions, Wike has come to say that he's not supporting Atiku Abubakar.
In Rivers State,
yes,
we are winning Rivers State. And I told you, look,
okay,
you will think you will call me a prophet after today. Come February 25th, we will win those states around. Because we have other integrity group inside our state.
So it means you are not losing sleep over.
We don't.
Okay.
We don't. That is why I told you, PDP knows how to do it best.
But
we know how to manage.
All right, thank you very much. Do you think the APC should lose? The PDP should lose sleep over this?
Well, they may pretend not to lose sleep. You know, it is the late MKO Abiola used to say, the most difficult person you can wake up from sleep is that person pretending to be asleep. So PDP just now, that's Atiku and Co, they are pretending to be asleep. So you cannot help such people. When you wake them up, you are wasting your time, because they pretend as if, the G5 does not really matter, you know, it will go away. That's what they said from the beginning, that Atiku is a unifier. But this is a test case that Atiku cannot even unify his party. How then can he unify Nigeria? He's not a unifier. He will further divide. In fact, Atiku has drawn battle line with the G5 governors, and Wike has taken the battle, and that's why he went to court. He has taken the battle. So, submission, it will irredeemably affect the chances, even though PDP was going to come a distant second. maybe by 30 to 70%, a distant second to
thank you very much.
So
we're running up now. Yes. Just it's running up. Just
irredeemably affect little chances
There's no time.
the PDP has.
All right, so your closing remarks, sir.
Well, my closing remark, I want to appeal to Nigerians. I want to appeal very passionately to Nigerians that they should put aside religious sentiment, put aside ethnic sentiment, and look at the candidates by their precedent, what they have done in the past. Look at them, assess them, the value they have added to in their previous position, the value they have added to Nigeria across the geopolitical zone, and vote somebody that will bring value to Nigerian space. Vote Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. When he was governor, he made the internally generated revenue at 600 million. Before he left, it went to billions of naira.
All right, thank you very much.
Unprecedented in this country till today. So vote capacity.
All right, thank you very much. Your closing remark.
Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Thank you very much, sir. Your closing remarks, sir.
My closing remark. Nigerians have it all. On 25th, Nigeria should go out en masse and vote the PDP, because PDP has never failed Nigeria. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. I want to appeal to the gentlemen, please, that we'll come again so that we'll look at the state, because there was not enough time. So we'll look at the state at the state level also. All right, thank you very much. I say with that, I say goodbye from our studio here. I am John Glover. Special thanks to my producer Johnson Obaseji, Grace Mato, my executive producer Pastor Mark Komotiri. So thank you very much, gentlemen, Comrade Chris Akirija and Mr. Alex Ayego. Thank you very much for your time.
Thanks for having us.
It's goodbye from us.
For this House, probably working with the Senate to come up with a clear strategy on how to engage the federal government to live up to its own agreements.